it's interesting, and I want to learn more about it. I see how um, I see how complicated just looking overview of it. It looks complicated,
Yes.
but
Yes. So
this is something that if it looks challenging and complicated, I want to learn more about it. Right? It's if someone says, "Oh, learning this language is easy." Yes, I still want to learn more about it. But if you say something is hard,
yes.
I really want to know more about it. It's a big challenge for me.
Yes, but you don't need it.
No, it's not nothing needed, right? But I still want to know more about it. I don't know. It's probably something that I'll probably just do on my off time is look more into it.
Yes.
Um, and because I can say that learning, well, yes, learning Japanese is hard. Well,
Oh my, yes. So hard.
and when I lived there and I used to speak it all the time, it was different, right? And I used to write in Japanese, no problem. And when I came back to America and I still spoke at home with my mother. Then when I moved out of my house, I moved on my own, just stopped speaking, right? Um, and so then I tried to relearn Japanese. Um, and then I realized so much that goes into the language, and I think I would focus. I'm a hypocrite, but I will focus on the rules of the language and trying to get things right. But I should just speak, right? So oh, I totally understand, but this is very interesting because I'd never had cases. Yeah, I'm going to look more into this. This
Yes, for
is
strangers, Serbian is very difficult.
hmm.
Everyone say that. Everyone, strangers say that.
Yes, right. Like it'll be foreigners to the Serbian language. They will not. They will say it's difficult, and I would. I mean, I would love to learn just even basic stuff. um,
Nice.
because when I was learning French,
Mm-hmm.
I just I some of the basic stuff stuck with me, right? Asking where's the bathroom.
Yes, that's
So like the essential stuff is something that you want that people need to just start with the essentials. Which is why I know that a lot of people, not you specifically, Nina, but there's a lot of people out there that want to learn English for work. So they focus on the vocabulary and the or what you will say if you're at work in a certain area of work, if it's medical or engineering or something, they will focus on that. But I tell people that you need to know just the general casual English first.
yes.
Okay.
I mean that's too.
Mm-hmm. just general first.
Yes, I don't know, maybe 2, 3 terms in mechanical engineering, and I don't listening mechanical engineering lessons and
Mm-hmm.
anything else for mechanical. I mean, first I learn basic English,
Mm-hmm.
um, everyday English,
Yes.
and
Yes.
after that I learn mechanical.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes, because mechanical, like the words that you'll need in mechanical engineering, um, you wouldn't use it unless you're doing mechanical engineering things. So,
Yes. And I mean that's easy for me.
mhm,
I understand first um, everyday life
yes,
and
and
step by
then that
step
can come later,
for yes.
right? So, what we'll start focusing on is just casual conversations, right? And we'll do that, and then of course we're going to go into it's called slang, right? So these are words that will be used in in everyday language. You'll hear it, and especially with younger Americans, you'll hear it, and these words will come up, and you'll be like, you'll say, "What is this?" And the thing is that there new slang language or slang words are always being created, like, constantly. So it's always good to kind of to listen to younger people when they talk, right? To watch, maybe I don't do it, but some reality shows probably have it in there, but I don't really go into it that much, right?
Game
Um,
show.
yes, yes, there you go. Um, and
YouTube.
yes, YouTube as well.
Some application.
Exactly. So these are like just sort of the casual conversation that you want to just get yourself immersed into. Um, and also with that is if you run into anything that is a little a little odd, that may be not normal from when you were in Serbia and now in America, like some things that would happen in America that you really wouldn't do in Serbia, right? Or or some things that you do in Serbia that doesn't happen in America.
Yes.
So these are the type of things that I want to identify, and if you run into any, let me know. I can kind of explain things to you, because um, a lot of people come in and they have what is called culture shock. So I'll write that,
Mm-hmm.
culture shock.
Yes, I know that.
Um, mm-hmm. Yeah, right. So there's some things I have to think about. Maybe when you greet someone, um, there's certain ways that you do it in different countries versus here. Um, so here you can. You can shake hands, especially if it's a formal type of meeting. You'll shake hands and say hello, how you're doing, or but in some countries you don't shake hands. So it's I want to make sure that if anyone out there, anyone, kind of run into this is something that I don't do in my country. How do I don't know what to do. Let me know, okay? Because it's it's a subject that it can get kind of confusing. Um,
Yes, but I prepared a lot of for it.
Good, and that's very good.
I read a lot of for that. We know
Mm-hmm.
we come to America before we come
Mm-hmm.
1 year, and we have time to prepare for that. And I mean, this is so important
Mm-hmm.
to prepare to read about other country and other people, and this is very help me,
Uh-huh.
yes,
That,
for
that, that,
everything. Where can I buy some food? Where can I don't know, where can I go to do something for green card, the social security number, and
mm-hmm.
anything else. And
Great.
I mean, I know a lot of things about
Oh,
first steps.
yes, and that is Nina. That is fantastic. That is wonderful. I just put that in our chat as well. That you before you came to America, you a year before you came to America, you read and studied about American culture. Where can you buy certain things? What do you do? How do you ask for things? And
Yes,
what's normal in America, right? How do
yes,
you normally do this and that? So, this is something that, yes, it is very, very important. Um, and I'm glad you did so. Because a lot of people they say that I want to live in America, right? And maybe they did some research on the city they want to live in. Okay, so they come to America, they fly in, get off the plane, and they are suddenly hit with a lot of
yes,
things that are just not normal, right?
yes. And a
So,
lot of people mean American dream
mhm.
come true.
Oh yes, they
This
think
is
this
not
American dream.
really that.
Mm-hmm.
This is your
Right.
dream, not American
Yes.
dream. And for everyone is different.
Exactly. The American dream for everyone is so different, right? Um, it's some people they just want they don't want to be super rich and have a whole lot of money, but they do want to be comfortable and live
Yes,
in a a regular house. They want to have the freedom of travel. They're comfortable. They just want to live comfortably. And
yes,
some people they want everything, right? They want the mansions and the I don't know 10 cars and still want to travel and but these are dreams for people, and it's always going to be different. Um, and for me, I just want to be comfortable. I want to be able to travel as well, and I just want I just want enough space and safety for my kids. It's just
Yes.
it's just with so much going on. It's just I have to first think about safety, and
Yes, but America is not that. I
right.
mean, a lot of crime
Mm-hmm.
there. In Serbia is very safe place,
Is it? I'm going to move
but
to
it's
Serbia
it's
then.
too it's too small. But it's too small
Mm-hmm.
and boring, boring for America. Yes, we have a lot of nature.
And that's another thing that I want more of. I want to have more nature. It could just be the city that I live in, and maybe that just needs to change, right? But I want to be in more nature, more grass, and more trees. We really have
Yeah.
trees here in Las Vegas. um, but I want, especially my kids, to be able to experience the different seasons.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing that me and my husband talked about is in Las Vegas. There's not really too many seasons. You either have winter or summer, and there is a week of like a warm weather in between. So, um, and the trees that we do have are not native to Las Vegas, so they could change. They could change color in the fall or autumn
Mm-hmm.
type, but it's not. They're not native here, so sometimes they just die, or they it's not like a beautiful changing of a season, is what I want to
Mm-hmm.
say,
Yes.
and and um and that is what I really want the kids to experience. Is I want them to experience the trees falling and or the leaves turning colors, and
Yes. Yes.
I want them to be in the snow sometimes, right? And here there's not too much of that. There's like parks you can take them to that might have leaves changing colors. It might, but it's not guaranteed. So and then when you do that, you still have to think about safety, right? And it's all over the US. It's just all this crime, and the more I hear about something else, I just tell myself, well, my kids are being homeschooled, so I don't have to worry. That's not a stress, right? I have to
Yes.
worry about that. And so if I had a place that I would want to live that has seasons, wherever that place is, my house would have to have a decent sized backyard, right? And I don't want a huge one because then you have animals that invite themselves in, and I don't want to deal with bears. So they I just want a backyard that if I run from my back door to the end of my yard, I'll get tired, and then I'm good. That is all I want. I don't even need to have a pool in my backyard because that's a lot of maintenance and work. And I know how much can go into that. That can cost a whole lot of money. But I just want to be able to have a space to run. Like if I run from my door, and if I sprint, if I run really fast to the end of my yard, I'll be tired. I think that's good. So the kids can run circles and they'll be tired in no time. So yes, it's all different for everyone. And does your Nina? Does your husband? Did he come from Serbia as well?
Yes.
Okay, so you both are kind of learning together.
Yes.
Oh, nice. That is good. That's good.
But
You guys both.
he don't know a lot of English. I speak better, and everywhere.
Oh yes.
And everywhere we go, I speak, and it's better for me, but for him, it's, I mean, worse.
Oh, right. He probably feels he probably feels bad in a way because he's not able to communicate or understand in English. And
Yes,
you
I
are though.
understand. I understand a lot of.
Yeah.
He doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, this is a process.
Yeah, it's a
And
process. Uh-huh.
yes, and I too don't understand the in past, but I learned, and I mean, first step is understanding.
Right.
Yes, and
Mm-hmm.
I mean, second, speaking.
Right. Yes. You have to start somewhere, right? You have to make yourself do it, and that is one of the hardest things. Is just making yourself speak in the language. I can't sugarcoat anything or make it sound like it's easier than it seems. It is hard, right? You have to make yourself speak in the language, but you don't want to sound it's like bad, right? You want to sound good, you want to be understandable, but you have to start somewhere, even if it's just broken English. Um, at least you're starting somewhere. But to be fluent, you got to start with that broken English, and you have to tell people, can you slow down when you speak, or
Yes.
simply, I don't understand what you said, so they can say it in a different way, so you can understand them.
Yes. Yes.
And
A lot of people. A lot of people works that for me.
Mm-hmm. As long as they take that time to explain things in a different way, so you understand. And then you'll be like, oh, okay, yes, now I know how to respond. But it's